And that is the first words that are probably on streamed right now.
You don't have that.
Look, I'm only made of so much money. I can't afford to go around commissioning artists, even if my idea is cool.
Talking about ASL. We're talking about
Yeah,
ASL.
we're full disclosure. We're talking about a fun little idea about how I would commission someone to draw a sniper in a church tower, but he's got a little pillow and he's sleeping because I don't activate his sleep number. I don't have the little alarm clock that says 2 on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You're facing me, and I tend to get pretty lucky. So
I know. I think I'm gonna get well. This scenario. Well, anyways, because I already want to talk about this scenario. Hello, everybody. This is Let's Play 35 plus years of advanced squad leaders. It's Saturday. Play root booted, and we have a very different scenario than is normal. You will notice that at the bottom of the playfield, it is not the typical light green teal. We've got French. It is French versus German today, which means that we've got a lot of new toys to play with, and it should be a lot of fun. This scenario specifically is called a Saar Soiree, because I can bastardize it that way. It is September 18th, 1939, and it is I'm going to assume a French attack because it's kind of, I don't know if it's necessarily ambiguous on it, but the both the Germans and French have to kind of get into position. The French already have some units on board. They're going to get a lot of reinforcements. All of the German troops are off board and they come in as reinforcements. And the victory conditions at play here are that the French win either immediately upon either exiting 30 VP off of the west edge, otherwise the top of the playfield, or two, if the German player suffers 25 CVP. I have to try to not lose guys, so this is this is very important here. Um, there's a lot of units, a lot of things that are at play. As a really good example here, 30 VP is exactly the number of VP that the 6 onboard starting tanks have. So if you just screw up and don't even destroy any tanks and then just make a beeline for the exit, yeah, they can win immediately. This scenario also has a couple of scenario special rules, although one is kind of redundant, but nevertheless, the EC is moderate, no wind, already marked. Wheat is in season, so grain is always in season in September. So it doesn't need to be marked, or stated, but here we are. Kindling is not available. I think that's the only important one here. And there is a bridge that is not normally here in Q2, Q3. And lastly, the French radio represents one battery of 105 millimeter artillery. For anybody who wants to look into this scenario, Asar Soiree is released by Grumble Jones. He's got a blog that you're more than welcome to visit and patronize. It should be noted that you can also find these scenarios free of charge. I believe they're all of his scenarios are hosted outside of a scenario pack. They're all hosted online on the ASL Scenario Archive, so you can go to the archive and just grab them directly. They're neat, they're interesting. I suggest that everybody give them a look. Although, and this is kind of what I want to touch on. There are some things that are not mentioned that I kind of I wish that he would either produce an updated version or would have done it beforehand. So two things here that come to mind that I really want to just get off my chest before we start rolling any dice. Place bridge counters on Q2, Q3. It is not stated if it is a wooden or stone bridge. Now, stone wouldn't matter what happens to it necessarily, just because you're probably not going to do a lot to destroy it. You need like DCs and stuff. But a wood bridge you could potentially like overload if you manage to have really heavy things. And I believe wooden bridges, if you had like an infantry gun or whatever, like I do, you could shoot at the wooden bridge and have a higher chance at destroying it. So one thing to clarify there that I wish it was done. The second is that SSR-5, the French radio, represents one battery of 105 millimeter artillery. Does not state what the availability of munitions is. Is it depleted ammo? Is it plentiful ammo? Is it HE? Is it smoke? Is it both? It's very important to have that noted on a scenario card. So um, I'm glad that he's been making scenarios. I just wish that maybe in maybe future ones after this one, we'll have those sorts of additions. How are you doing, Rudin? I feel like I've been talking for too long.
That's par for the course. Well, I'm doing fine.
Wow. All right, I better get with so many twos. I better never
Uh,
roll a three and only destroy all of your people.
but yeah, no, I was reading the scenario card. Apparently, like what happened here is like the French already came in, and now they're just withdrawing, and the Germans were like, "Oh, we'll let them withdraw." But this one German commander from a local town nearby is like, "No, you know what I want? I'm gonna go and take them on myself." So this is a German officer disobeying direct orders and going out and attacking the French withdrawing. So
All right. Well, one German jerk has this action being played.
yeah, well, that explains 6+1.
Yeah, that's probably yeah, exactly. Um, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I did want to mention one thing too. So there is a I don't know how to really put this down here. So, on an off-board map, typically on an off like if when you're coming in from off-board, I have so many units and especially vehicles that are coming in. I don't believe you can overstack vehicles. I don't care to really find out if you can, because to me it doesn't really make much sense. Anyways, point just being that I've done my best to either follow roads or the ones that are not are just intrinsically not on roads, even though they're off board. Because technically, you're supposed to the rule book states that if it's on coordinate 5 hex coordinate 5, that would be a road that continues indefinitely. But if the road does not end on 5, then it doesn't. And there's a thing in the rule book that says you could randomly choose map boards to put them against, and then you just use the terrain on those, whatever. So essentially, I will mention it specifically, but there's a large portion of the vehicles that are not starting on road and therefore have to pay extra. Just wanted to get that out there. But yeah, other than that, I think we're good to go. So yeah, let's have fun. 9 on the wind change means no change whatsoever. I have no rally phase actions. I'm sure you don't have any either.
No.
Okay. No prep fire. We're going to go to movement phase. I also have. Excuse me. I also have everybody mobile and CE. I just didn't put the counters because it's a little bit much to have all that.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just start from, I guess, right to left and just do it that way. So first thing is moving. He's on the road. So he's CE. So it's 1.5, 3. And I just gotta try to do this math here. So 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9, 10.5. And then try to figure out where exactly do I freaking want this guy. Yeah, 10.5, 12. And then, ooh, that's not, I don't have much movement whatsoever for this either. 13.5, 16, or sorry, 15, 16.5, 18, 19 and a half, 21, 22 and a half, 24, 24 and a half, 25 and a half, 27, and then stop for 28. Yeah, okay. So that guy's there for 28. Hopefully I can try to remember that, so that life is a little bit easier here. So this guy's also on a road. Because again, I'm just trying to use the if board 40 was like flipped backwards, so these two guys are also on road. This guy's on road. So 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9, 10.5, 12. Turn this guy for 13. Or sorry, that guy's not. God damn. All right. Sorry. That is half 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9.5, 10.5. Stop and then unload. And then, yeah, he's still concealed. So he's gonna unload, and I'm just gonna presume that nobody else. They're not gonna be able to continue moving. Oh man, a lot of vehicles here. Okay, this guy is off-road, but he's gonna be moving onto a road. I gotta do this right here. So open ground is 3, if I remember correctly. So it's 4. 5.5, 7, 8.5, 10, 11.5, 13. Where else can I even toss this guy? 13. You know what? I will. What's his thing here? No, I'm gonna keep him going. It's 13, 14 and a half, 16, 17 and a half, 19, 21 and a half, or so, whatever. And then I'm gonna have him turn once, stop. Oh man, man. I'm gonna have this guy's gonna declare CX. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think anybody can see him. I'd be surprised if anybody sees him, I guess. Next truck, not starting on road. So 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 9, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, stop for 11, and then disembark. This guy, not on road, so 3, 6, and then 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5. What's the cost? 13.5, and then 15, and then 16.5, Then down here for 17. 17 and a half, 18, 18 and a half, and then stop for 20 or whatever the fuck. I'm already done. I'm already tired of counting. Guy over here also not starting on road, so 3, 6, 6 and a half, 7, 7 and a half, 8, 8 and a half, 9, 9 and a half, 10, and then 13, 16, 19, 22, stop for 23. And then this stack here is going to CX. Where can I go with these guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then, yeah, I guess 6 is the most I can go. Cool. Over on the left side, same idea. So the first guy, he's on road, so half, or sorry, 1.5, 3, 4, 5.5, 7, 8.5, 10, 11.5, 13, 14, 15.5, 17, 18.5, 20, 21.5, 23, 24.5, 26, and then 27.5 stays in motion. This guy is not starting on road, so fucking 4, 5.5, 7, 8.5, 10, 11.5, 13, 14.5, 15.5, 17, 18.5, 20, 21.5, 23, 24.5, 26, 27.5 stays in motion. Vehicle, not starting on road, so 3, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5, 13, 13.5, 14. Stop for 15, and it's just a quarter, right, to unload. I'm not going crazy.
Quarter.
Yeah. Okay. So and then I'll unload there. I don't care if they have any extra movement left. Probably should, but whatever. Guy in the top, he is on road, so half, 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12.5, 13, 13.5, 14, stops 15, and I'm unloading. Next guy, not on road, 3, 3.5, 4, 5. Actually, you know what? No, 4, and do I want to do that? Wait, no, it's sure, just in case. 7, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, stop for 24. This guy not starting on road, 3, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10 and a half, 11. Do I care to go that way? Sure. 12, 13, 13 and a half, 14, 14 and a half, 15, 15 and a half, 16. Should have done that one hex earlier. Whatever. 16 and a half, 17, and then turn twice, or sorry, 3 times for 20 and stop for 21. And then lastly, not starting on road, 3, 6, 9, 9 and a half, 10, 10 and a half, 11, 11 and a half, 12, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 14, 14 and a half, 15, 15 and a half, 16, 16 and a half, 18, 19 and a half, 21, 21 and a half, 22 and a half, 24, 25 in motion. That is all my gosh darn move. Would you like to do anything?
No, man, I'm just hearing you count.
I know this is the most I only wish that there was some way for me to be like, well, I'll just pre-plan all my movement and have you check this off stuff. All right, cool. That is it for my movement. There's probably no defensive fire.
No.
Cool. There's no advancing fire. There's no routes. Advances. I'm going to have these guys will split up because why not? So over here, I've made 2 stacks. These guys got dropped. So I will have one guy go here. Yeah, that's this. Clone, put that over there. Perfect. These guys in EE3 are going to go into GD3. And then this, I'm going to split up in a couple different ways here. So 1.
I can. Oh no, I can't because you're advancing. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, and only because I'm either out of line of sight already or into concealment. And then I'm going to clone this, put it here, clone that, clone that. Cool. All right, that's all that side. Over here on the left, these guys are going to do this and this. On this and Viola. That is all of my stuff that I can be reasonably assured I did correctly. That is it for advances. CC none. We go to French turn 1. Yay! The exodus of movement is over for me.
Now it's time for me to do it.
I have a higher chance of seeing your guys at least.
All right. No weather change.
Damn.
Oh, prep fire. No rallies. I'm assuming.
Sorry, no, I got nothing.
Okay. Well, I don't want to do this now because I don't know. That's a lot of dudes. Not as much as I thought was going to happen.
Honestly, it's the extra movement required for towing guns, especially. It really hampers what you can do.
All right. Well, better late than never. We're gonna start with this one.
Sure.
We're gonna go here for half. 1/2. 2. 2/2. 3. You can see it by now, probably.
I'm just gonna draw to this hex. Nope.
3/2. 4. 4/2. 5. 5.
Yeah. Hold on. I feel confident in saying this. Yeah, I can see that. So once you get the V7 at the very least, I want to say that I'll be able to see from H5. It's just whatever.
You can.
Yeah.
I drew it for the French.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm at 5.5, so I'll just round it up to
Wait,
6.
those guys, you where? It's not the tanks that are there. Oh wow. Okay. Um. You're good. Yeah.
I can't
Uh,
move the tanks there.
no,
No.
no, no, no. But I wasn't. I didn't realize that those trucks were there. That's why.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
yeah, you're good. And then it is not road. Okay. So this could be 10. This would be 14. Stop for 15. We'll unload. Um, let me see. 8th grade divided by 4 is 6. So what did I? 14 plus 6, so I'm at 20.
One. I think you said 15.
No, I was at 14. So I rounded to 6 here. This would be 10. This would be 14.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so I'd be at 20, but I'm offloaded.
Isn't but hold on, but it's isn't isn't truck 3 for
It's 4 for open ground.
fuck was I thinking? Why the fuck did I think 3 then? All right, whatever.
Armored cars 3.
All right, well, that's sucks for me.
Do you have to fix something?
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna do this the easy way and just put these back here, because I was counting 3, not 4. So I'm just gonna move these guys back. I forget if these guys. Well, this guy actually fucked around and turned him twice. This guy I'm really reasonably sure he wouldn't be there. And I guess I'll move. Wait, that guy started on road. No, I think that's the only corrections I had to do is on the left.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's. I think these guys will be fun. My bad.
Okay. So, so I dropped it off for 20. Start again for 21, 22, 23 in motion.
Sure.
Okay. Um, these guys are gonna go half, 1, 2, 2 half, 3, 3 half. I'll just take this off here. 4, 4 half, 5, 5 half, 6, 6 half, 7. Stop for 8. Unload for 14. So 14 is, so it'd be, so 6. So it's not 18. So I would have, if I unload, I would have 2 movement factors with these guys, if I'm remembering correctly.
Uh,
No.
you were at what, 6 to get there?
Um, 14. So I stopped for 8 here,
Yeah.
unloaded for 6.
Yeah.
I'm at
So
14.
14. Yeah.
That would round up to that would round up to 16. So I'd only have 1 movement factor with them.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Okay. Start for 15.
Sure.
15 and a half. 16. 16 and a half. 17. 17 and a half. 18. 18 and a half. 19 and a half. 20. 21 and a half. 22. 23 in motion.
Sure.
I think about it, I dropped them off in the wrong spot.
It's okay. I don't expect either of us to play this perfectly.
Alright.
This
Half
this one just seems like a
one.
crapshoot from start to finish.
So yeah. Half one, one half, two, two half, three, three half, four, four half, five, oops, six, seven, 8, 9, stop for 10, disembark for 16, restart again for 17, and then go here for 18, 18 and a half, 19, 20, 20 and a half, 21, 1 and a half, 22 and a half, 23. I think if you're in motion, I see you, regardless.
Is that how that works? That seems pretty scummy. That's for sure.
I'm not 100% sure. I know that like vehicles are weird that way.
Yeah, I know. I just think it's kind of scummy that it's like, well, I'm gonna toss, because the French have no compunction to keep CVP. So it's like, well, I'll just toss a vehicle your way. Somehow everybody's now aware of what's existing.
I'm not really tossing them. I'm more like, let me see if I could get any of them over the bridge before you get set up, and see if that works.
It's not gonna work. What do you got here? If it becomes, if he's not assaults. Yeah, let's go where. I mean, you can do your other moves. I'll check for it because there's no. What's going on?
One
Exists. Blah blah blah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, those guys are super revealed, by the way.
Yeah. 12, 13. Stop for 14. 20.
Yeah, I guess if it's
Start again
in
for
motion.
21. Yeah. 21, 22, 23. Okay. Oh shit. Your thing's right there.
What things where? Right where?
I did not expect that to be the armored car.
Yeah, like the Kugel Blitz or whatever with the machine gun on it.
Yeah.
The Mad Max of armored fighting vehicles.
So half 1/2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11.5, 12, 13, 14, 15, stop for 16, stop and disembark, yeah, disembark for 22, and then start for 23.
Sure.
Um, half, 1, half, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5, 9, oops. Let's go 10 like that. And then 11, 12, 13, 14, stop for 15, unload for 21, start for 22, and I guess I'll stay in 22.5, 23. 23, 23.5. No, wait. So 21, that would be 22. Start for 23. 23.5, 24. There we go. 4.5, 5.5, 26, 27. There we go. Alright. These guys will go at half, 1, 1/2, 2, 2/2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13.5, 14, 14.5, stop for 15.5, unload for 23, 22.5, unload for 22.5, start for 23.5, 24.5, 25.5, 26.5, no, 26, 27. Jesus Christ. Okay. And yeah, it'll be soon. Wait, what's one circle? One circle's a truck, right?
2 circles truck, 1 circle is armored car.
Oh. That is interesting. Okay. Doesn't really change much, but still.
Nah, it's actually kind of funny. When I was looking at the Scenario archive, they had the wrong armored car for the Germans up there for some reason. So everybody I have has truck movement.
Oh.
Even my armored cars.
Alright. So this guy's gonna go half, one, one half, two half, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5, 9.5, 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5, 13, 14, stop for 15, get out for 21, start for 22, and then he would be 23 into here. A lot of fucking vehicles, I'll tell you what.
Look, we're getting to that point of the conflict there. More vehicles.
Half, one, one half, 2, 3. What? This is gonna be like the most motorized I've ever seen the French army until we get to that one scenario. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, stop for 17, disembark for 24, start for 25, and this will be 25.5, 26.5, 27. We're getting there.
We're getting there. Slowly but surely.
I greatly misjudged the situation that I thought it would happen.
Yeah, it's not like the whole situation seems very strange to me, and just like the setup, because of how I can enter. It's like I can enter on turn 1 board 40 east of the river, either on north edge or south edge, and it's like cool, but like there's only one road on either side. Like
Yeah,
I'm not really afforded anything.
no, for real. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, stop for 11, disembark for 18, start for 19, 19.5, 20, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 26, and
I mean,
27. 27.
Are you
Sorry.
are you counting the extra for another vehicle being in the extra movement point per vehicle?
They don't count if they're all moving.
I don't think that's true. How is that true?
Because it's all simultaneous. I don't know. I thought this vehicle had to be stopped for it to count.
I don't think that's true. But anyways, continue.
I'll move them back that way then. Um, uh, 122. I'm sorry, no. 1, 2. Jeez. Um, 5, 3.
A vehicle must pay 1 additional MP or movement factor per wreck or vehicle in a hex to enter that hex. No status required. This penalty is doubled to 2 MP per wreck or vehicle in the hex if the hex is entered via road hexide while using road movement rate and can be doubled again for certain times. Fuck. All right, well, we'll just mulligan that for this turn.
I don't even. Shit. Okay.
Like I said, don't we'll just play through it, baby.
7.
We can figure that shit
8.
out some other time.
I'm just gonna say like 9 for purposes of what I'm gonna do. 10. 13. 16. Stop for 17. Unload for 24. Start for 25. 26. 27. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8.5. 9. 3 is 12. Stop for 13. Unload for 20. Start for 21. 22, 23. 24. No. That's going to be 26. And this is going to be 27.
No, that guy's an armored car. So isn't it 3? Broken ground?
That's why I paid. Yeah, I said 24 when I moved in here, and then I added 2. So it'll be 25, 26.
Oh, sorry. I heard 23 going to. Anyways, yeah, I heard the other thing.
All right. This is going great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8. Not sure if you could see that.
Probably not. No, I don't think so.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should say that these are. I can't be CE because I'm French.
You can't be CE?
Well, not if I want to shoot my gun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not really a French thing.
I'm gonna blame the French
We
for it.
just saw the Polish do this.
I'm blaming the French for it because the French are the ones who invented the turret, the rotating turret. So, one,
What if you just had a guy do everything?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where do they go? Nobody knows. Um, Alright, 1.5. Oh shit, I should not have put them there. Alright, whatever. 1.5, 3, 6, 9, 9.5. No, wait. How's that work? 3, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9, 10.5. Okay, yeah, he's gotta stay there.
Sure.
And he has to go, has to go there. And he has to go there. Okay. And then this is, since there's 4 of them, it goes for the 2. 3, 3.5. How much is it per vehicle?
So, so if I'm understanding this correctly, and I do have to admit the chart is a little wonky here. So the vehicle slash rec in hex MP cost to enter slash leave hex. If you're a uh crew exposed half track road using road rate goes to 2.5 to enter a hex that already has a vehicle in it.
Okay, what about for trucks?
Trucks is 2.5 as well.
2.5 per vehicle?
Uh, I believe it's 2 per vehicle. The half is the cost of the road. Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 5, that's going to be 10. So he's at 10. So he will be at 13.5 here.
Sure.
14.
I've never.
15.
I will. Thank you, Grumble Jones, for this scenario because it's made me look at the movement costs
17,
of a vehicle in a hex.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6.
To just before you go too far, can you unconceal him? Because
Sorry.
I can see him from yeah. So if we'll say there is fine. I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay.
Miss. You're real fucking lucky. Of all things.
7. Stop for 28. Yeah. No, he's not using that. He's just stopped there. Unfortunate. Okay, that is everybody.
Yay.
Your defensive fire.
Defensive. I think the only one I really I okay, I'll do another one as well. But over on the right, Y2 on board 17. I'm gonna shoot your guy in the open.
Okay.
It's 4 down 1. Normal morale check.
He's broken.
Yay. What's your ELR's like 3 or something?
4.
4? All right. Well, looks like no substitutions today. Um. All right. So there's that. Uh. Do I really want to do this so early? I guess I should. Um. B5 is going to shoot at. I will go with. They're both the same size. God, that sucks. I will go for the armored car movement guy. Um, shoot. That is so motion's +2, size is +3, 2 hindrance is +5 and +6. So I think I'm off by 1. Yeah.
Are you buttoned up or CE?
Button up. Well, actually, I would have been button up after the fact.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I got here with enough movement anyways, but I would have buttoned up in the advanced phase. But I didn't get anything out of it except for an exposition. And I don't want to take a French color.
Dare you not take the French color? The French color is perfect.
Sure. Are we talking about the blue, red, or what? Or white?
All of them.
Purple. The royalist of colors. I think that's going to be it for my defensive fire. That's fire.
All right. Let's see. Advancing fire. What do these bozos want to shoot? I don't see anything to shoot. No, you're not worth shooting. You're lower than dirt. You're a German. Okay.
Yeah, well, why don't you make it like a tree and leave?
Yeah. Hey, Great War winners, baby. How many Great Wars have you won? Oh, that's right, 0.
They just didn't call the War of 1870 or whatever great.
That's not a Great War. That's only 2 countries.
Yeah, it's, great nations make great wars.
Great Wars are defined as when 2 or more great powers are involved on either
Oh,
side.
okay, they're Paradox Interactive.
How did you no? How do you know that, huh? How do you know that's a paradox thing?
Because it's part of Victoria.
So you have been playing without me.
I,
I see how it is.
yeah, I played Victoria 2 8 years ago.
Uh, you didn't tell me. Then no advancing fire.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and go to route.
Yeah.
This guy is gonna route to this building here. Then that's all my routes. I'm pretty sure you don't have any routes.
Nope.
All right, advances. They're gonna advance to here. Oh boy. These guys will advance here. Everybody not named the leader will advance to here. These guys will advance to here. You will advance to here. You to you. So keep going. You're going to go in here. 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 Here will go in here. And I think, is there anybody left out in the cold? Yes, there is one person left out in the cold. We're going to put him in here. Okay, he's... Did I leave any Frenchies unaccounted for? I don't think I did. Okay. Cool. Alright. That's my advance.
Okay. We go to turn 2. Huzzah! Weather, no change. Rally phase. I don't have any rally phase actions to do.
I do. And no.
Yay. All right. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Prep fire phase. Is there anybody that you want to shoot with or anything in the prep fire phase? I'll do the armored car V5. Is it against the same armored car guys before, or armored car? Yeah, armored car movement guy. Another miss. So that gets flipped. Um, yeah, no, that'll be fine. I think that's it for prep fire, to be honest. So we'll go to movement phase. In the movement phase, how do I want to do this? The KFZ6 or whatever, or 13 is going to just stop in Q6. So I'm just going to mark a move so I don't somehow make that mistake, or make a mistake. Yeah, this guy is going to unload straight up. So gun gets a free placement or angle or whatever. Truck in Q5 will then start for 1, 2, 3, 3.5. You know, it just seems so silly to do that. That I like absolutely no.
Are you thinking about
Uh,
what I'm thinking about?
4, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5, 13, 13.5, 14, 14.5, 15, off board, exit. Um,
Were you thinking what I was thinking?
so I'm actually really conflicted on this because so there's two problems here at hand. First off, uh, they're not under automatic recall, but like, can I be allowed to recall them? And before you answer that, the other thing is, yeah, toss them on the fucking bridge and just act as like giant movement point waste. And like, I don't really like. Wait, don't change that to
I, wa-
wreck. Um,
I was checking to see if like it's not like a car where it was blank on the back. I can't don't know why I didn't think. Anyways, continue.
so the first problem is obviously if they're recalled, they don't count for a loss. If I take them off the board, they do. So, but like, there's nothing for me to do with them. So I guess the question is like, do you care for those trucks specifically to count for CVP?
Um, it's not really worth it, isn't it? It's just like what one,
Uh,
two,
Trucks are worth 1. Period.
one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll double check, but my
Isn't it not? It's not one for the vehicle, two for the crew, and then
no, because they only have an inherent driver, so it's not counted
uh,
as 2. Like I
so
said,
then that'd be one.
I'll double check
Yeah.
just in case, but I feel confident in saying that trucks are like whenever it's a vehicle that just has an inherent driver, just 1.
Well,
Each.
I think it would be one then because you have one for it just being there. You usually have two for crew, one for main armament that's functioning, and then one per multiple of 5 armored factors.
Yeah,
Rounded up.
so vehicle worth 1 plus, and then it's MA armor.
Yeah.
And then obviously crew isn't always counted because we're talking about a full crew rather than inherent driver. An inherent driver has no worth, unfortunately, in this game. It's like sadly it's like a hero. Heroes just don't have a VP associated with them. They live and die as free men. So
Well, they die as they live. Free.
pretty much. So
That's
yeah.
why you have American heroes.
So I guess yeah, the question is, do you care for this guy to and this, because I got 6 trucks, right?
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything with those 6 trucks. I don't even want, like, to me, having 6 trucks in a row is just so dumb and cheap, right? That like, it'd be silly. Like, I can't, if there was supposed to be some game version of it, or whatever, then I it would make more sense that the scenario start with like a roadblock in place, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you care about the 6 trucks?
So
Yeah.
6 CVP. Well, let me look at the card. We got 20 German squads. That's 40 CVP, and what do I need? 25. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not really choked up about losing the trucks. You have 10 trucks total.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yes, 10. I wasn't counting the ones transporting the guns.
Um,
So there's 10, but guns are worth 2. So yeah.
yeah, I'm thinking.
You think on it? I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Jesus Christ. 12, 16. So I need to get 30 VPs. So that's 24. And that will be 5. I don't know if you meant for it, but I could hear you.
Yes, you. It was meant to be. I wouldn't.
Okay. Um, well, I'm thinking here, and I'm thinking I'll cut you a deal.
What's your deal? You're making this complicated.
Yeah, you I get the VPs for all 10 of your trucks, but in return, none of my trucks slash armored cars slash the car will not count towards exit VP.
No. All right.
And that would put me at least a 6 exit VP loss.
No. All
If
right.
that
So this guy goes back to Q4, having spent there's like 3 to turn 1. So he'll go. Yeah, he'll be this pointed this way instead. For like 4 or whatever it was, 4.5. 6 or sorry, 7.5.
Okay.
7. Sorry. 8. 10.5. 13. 13 and a half, 14, 14 and a half, and then pretend he spins around like an idiot for 25 movement points, and then stops for 26. Um, that's that guy done. Over here, they're also gonna unload, so he's gonna go up. This gun's gonna get a free covered arc placement. Cool. I guess technically I should have done this first. Um, you know what? I can just do it afterwards. I don't think you can shoot him, so it's not gonna matter anyways. Over here, on the other hand, just in case, these guys they'll have 2, or 1 spent. They're 1 over, so they can go here for 2, with the mortar into V4. Um, Good golly, Miss Molly, none of this is appealing. Um, yeah, you know what? This is just like this is getting painful here to see.
I'm doing the French doctrine of fucking send it.
Just throw everybody there. Which I can't fight. Don't ask me to fault you on that one. Um, how did I end up with both those guys there? Didn't I have 2? Did I really put both on that side? Whatever, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's really the only thing I got now at this stage. O3, the vehicle there, half one gets revealed. Won't really matter because he's going to stop for 2. So he stops for 2, unloads, goes up top. This goes away. Motion will go away. Gun's just going to be pointed that way because why not? And then the squad will have, I believe, 1 point of movement. So we'll go to R4. And then the truck starts up again. That was 1, 2, so starts 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 6, 7, 9.5, 12, 12.5, 13 stops and plays with himself forever. Truck in N3. So you want to go half, 1, stop. I'm not actually, can you actually see him? I don't think you can. Yeah. Like, I'm checking from R7. I don't think you can see him. So he'll presumably just be that way. Which now I'm just seeing doesn't matter because apparently his thing. Oh, I think I know why. All right, anyway, never mind. Take off this. They'll unload. Free covered arc. He can stay like that. Yeah, he can stay like that. Guy with the ATR has 2 movement points, so it jumps to P4. Truck turns back on for whatever, I'll just say like 7. Or sorry, more than that because unloaded cost half, but he just goes here and then whatever, has fun. This truck is going to break the mold here. Starts for 1, 2. Green is what, 4 for trucks? 16? How much? 5. All right. So it's. Oh, because I unloaded them. That's why they're underneath. All right, doesn't matter. He'll just turn twice, and stop. I'm just gonna take that because I don't care anymore. These guys underneath. Yeah, they're still concealed. Good. Gonna declare CX. 1.5, 3, 4.5. And then they'll lose concealment there. Yeah, I can't go any further. How do I want to do this? I'm just gonna take this off. This guy starts for 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 8, 8.5, 9, 10. Stops for there. This guy, same idea. Starts for 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6.5, 7. Turns 8 stops. And then now I got the actual complicated, well, mostly complicated stuff, I guess. This guy is just gonna unload. It doesn't really matter if he's spotted or not, or at least I don't care. And these guys are, I guess, just gonna do 1, 2, 3. Oops, come on, G1. He'll guy in D1 will start 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. In motion. Not that that is gonna matter. Guy with the ATR is gonna declare CX. Goes to J10 for 2.
Okay.
And then to J9 for 6 total.
Okay.
I-10. Everybody's gonna dismount from there. Vehicle's going to start for 7 total. 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12.5, 13, 14. Stops for 15. This is a truck, and whatever makes it to here, I'm sure, and has movement points left. Um, how do I want to do these guys? Man, there's CX. Up to J9 for 4. You should be able to see them, so those guys will just get revealed.
Okay.
And then 6 to K9.
Okay.
Cool. And then 7
Okay.
and 8. Down to M9.
All right.
Cool. These guys don't need to do anything. You'll probably end up spotting these guys, so I'll just drop their concealment. Over on the right, Z10, they'll declare CX. They will bypass Z9 for 1, Y9 for 2.
Okay.
3 into X8.
Okay.
4, 5.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
7, 8.
All right.
Guy in DD3 is going to assault move to CC3, retain concealment. He's going to lose CX. I don't think this guy will get spotted. The guy in CC2 is going to go to BB2, normal move for 1.
Okay.
AA2 for 2. And then Z2 for 3.
Okay.
Guy in CC1 is going to go 1 into BB10, normal move, bypass AA10 for 2, and then into Z10 for 4.
Okay.
Guy in the grain also loses CX, goes to CC2 for 1.5, 2, and then, or sorry, 2.5, 3.5. Other guy in the back who's CX'd loses CX 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys don't need to do anything. Guy in X10 is gonna assault move to X1.
Okay.
Just gonna do this. That should have already concealed them. Cool. This truck. Whatever. I didn't declare moving after all. Should have. Is there anything else for me to do? No. I think that's it. That is it for movement. Defensive fire phase.
Um.
This is like the one part where it's like, man, I've moved so much stuff. I hope I've checked everybody.
Hmm. Um. So for machine guns, um, setting them up counts as use of a support weapon, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this guy's gonna set up. Oh, not what I wanted.
It's why like assembling is a concealment loss action, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But then the squad is going to shoot into here for 1, 2, 3, 2, up 1.
Sure.
No.
Yay.
Um. Kind of hard to see stuff at the current moment. So I'm gonna say no other defensive fire.
Okay. Advanced fire phase. ATR. ATRs can be shot in the advanced phase, right? I'm not going crazy.
Um,
I want to say they should be able to. I think it's that they get a +2 because they're shooting in the advanced fire phase. Usage constitutes sport weapon range. Not caring about that one. Is there anything about advanced fire phase here? All light one. Yeah. There's just +2 for shooting in the advanced fire phase. Okay. Yeah, so ATR in the back P4 is going to shoot at the truck I'm not targeting. That
okay.
makes the most sense. There is a +1 for my vehicle being in the way, so there's a +3 overall. Well, actually, +5 overall, but whatever. Not the point. So that guy missed. ATR in Q5 is going to shoot at the Q7 guy. That will be a hit, just barely. Didn't matter because it's a dud. I don't. I believe my guns should be able to because it's the advanced fire phase. I just get the penalties like everything else. Um. Yeah, I think. You know what? Yes, it is absolutely. It's worth doing it no matter what. So gun in Q5 is gonna shoot at the guy in front. Doesn't get anything, but I will get acquisition, which is the more important thing. Put at the bottom. Gun in V8, or sorry, V8, V3 is going to shoot the bottom guy that isn't acquired yet. Also a miss, but acquisition. There's this taking out the Hungarian colors here. I'm gonna put this below just so that it's not obscuring. I think that's gonna be it for advanced fire phase. Routes, none for me. I assume none for you. I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine there'd be anything, anyways. Advances. That's kind of annoying. Not sure I want to deal with that. Okay, so over in M9, one squad's going to go to N8. I'll just remark them CX. The other guys will go up to M8. Guys in J9 are going to go to K9. G1, I'm going to split them. This can go here. And G1 is going to go to H1. Why not? Over up top in N5, both squads are going to go into N6.
Okay.
Guy with the ATR in P4 is going to advance to P5. Guy with the ATR in Q5 is going to go to R5. Guy with the mortar in S5 is going to go down to, or sorry, R4 is going to go down to S5. That guy's fine where he is. That guy's fine where he is. Z2. Guy will advance to Y3. Guy in AA2 is going to go down to AA3. Guy in Z10 is going to go to Z9. Guy in AA1 is going to go to Z10. I think that's everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
We go to French turn 2. Yay!
All right. Weather. No other rallies. I have one rally. He's back up.
Boo.
Any rallies for you?
No, none to do. Or at least I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, no.
All right. Prep fire phase. I have no prep fire.
Rapid fire.
I'm going to keep moving these fuckers. All right. I'm allowed to enter enemy hex with a vehicle as long as I don't declare overrun, or vice versa. I mean, blah, blah, blah.
You never have to declare overrun, as far as I'm aware, as a
Okay.
vehicle. Um, yeah, you're really just paying the penalties for going in, and obviously like shots, defensive first fire, and all that. So
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, we'll start strong. Um, we'll start with the armored car in here. He's going to go here for 4.
um, I will shoot the ATR first. Uh, it's +2. Yeah, it should just be a hit from R5. Markham is first fired. Man, what's an ATR 5? ATR is 5. Range will give it a +2. It's a 7. There's no armor. So I think it kabooms. Do you get a crew from that though? That's the important
Well,
part.
where's the
Oh no,
T?
wait, it's small CS.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
but it's okay. Vehicle on the I. So you have to do it on the IFT because it's
Uh,
unarmed.
for an ATR against a vehicle, I don't think that matters.
It says for a star vehicle on the IFT. Unarmored target. Final QT. Oh.
Wouldn't it always? Because I was always under the impression that for an ATR, it doesn't matter if it's like it doesn't matter uh if the armored car had shot at the vehicle, it wouldn't matter um if the vehicle is armored or
Oh
not.
no, no. It's so for unarmored target. Yeah, your to kill number is 7. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's kaput, which is I'll take it.
CS is a 5.
Yeah, but it's small CS, which if I remember correctly, it's because it's still a truck, so it should just be worth.
It's armored car, but yeah. Anyways, so this guy's gonna turn 1. Any shots?
Which guy? Sorry.
This one.
Um, sure. I'll shoot at him with V3. Uh, what are we looking at here? That's 3 hindrances. Uh, so I rolled a 4. 3 hindrances brings it to a 7. It's a moving target. +2, and it's small, so brings it to 10. I have a -1 anyways, so it should be a hit.
Okay.
I think this gun is allowed AP. 37 long. It's a 9/8. Cool. So that's also. And then this will get flipped.
So, do I do crew survival or no?
So on the rec side of each vehicle is a CS number representing an abstract calculation of crew size and its chances to escape vehicle sufficiently intact to still represent a viable unit on the battlefield. If the CS number is printed in lowercase letters, that vehicle has no crew survival possibilities. It's just for passengers or riders.
Oh, okay. So this motion, truck is gonna go in here.
So I'll shoot at it with the AAMG as a main weapon. All right, well, break that. That malfunctions. The ATR will shoot. That will be a hit. And that will be a kill as well.
Mm-hmm. All right.
can still push my guns. Don't think that your Rex creates so much hindrance there.
I don't know what you're talking about. So this guy goes out, so it'll be half. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh, 8, 12.
I'll shoot when he gets there. From the armored car. I've definitely been seeing him enough, and it's a plus 4. 1 for button up, 1 for grain, 2 for motion. Oh, sorry, 5. Because he's also a small vehicle. So it is a hit, and that'll be a fuck. That's a brew up, isn't it?
I don't have a red crew number, so it's not a road.
I don't think that matters if there's a because the point is
I will catch fire, but
yes.
brew up is something different.
Sure. But I'm just thinking like of the blaze portion of the brew up. Because that is indeed gonna be a blaze, I believe. 20L. What's 20L? 6. Yeah. And then plus the range and all that. Yeah. All right. Well, we were told kindling was not allowed, and yet,
Well, here we are.
and yet, some jerk had to go.
Well, there wouldn't be a problem if you would just let me go.
No way. Absolutely not.
1,
You should have just drove, just to
2,
take everybody and
3,
just line them up. R8 to whatever.
5, 9. 9 plus 4 is 13.
Do I want to shoot there? No. You're good for now.
17.
Okay.
18.
Sure.
22.
Okay.
25.
Fine. I'll shoot the guy in a V3. I don't think there can be a possibility for me to hit that one. Didn't get right. Do I want
25 and a half.
Fuck. I guess if you're gonna want to move closer, the infantry gun in P3 is gonna take a shot. That'll absolutely be a hit. That's overline, so that's HE only, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. To kill. I don't know what the heck I got on this. HE 75. Unarmored is final 2 kills 12, so. Which makes sense, but I will admit I was kind of legit worried about that for a second. And I got it right. Go there.
So this guy's gonna go for half. 1 half. 2, 3. That's 3 half, 4 half. That's 3 half. That's 4. 4 half, basically. Yeah, 4 half. That's 9 half. 14 half. 19 half. 20 half in motion.
Okay.
Gotta stay there.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 half, 6 half, 7, 7 half. 12 half. $17 half. 21 half. So he's still in motion there.
Okay.
And then the other one is going to take the same path, but he's going to just end it right there. If
Sure.
we have any shots.
I feel like if you have a blaze that kills your own guys, you should probably like lose EVP for that.
Mm.
You should just get a negative to whatever it's you're trying to do.
Man, oh, too bad, so sad. It's the game.
You know, there's gonna be some very frustrated parents back in France being like, why did my son have to die? Well, you see, man, you gotta create a very effective smoke screen.
Hey. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He died with purpose.
Some would say
13,
he died with purpose.
14, 19. Spends the rest in there.
Sure.
I'm gonna clog you this fucking road at, like, arteries.
You know, some people treat their encounters with some respect. Others look for a fireplace.
Yeah, you know what this is? This is like French Republic Army property, and I get to treat it as such. Okay.
You know, don't lie. These guys were going to become Vichy, so really, I'm sparing everybody else torment.
Yeah, exactly. So shut your gap and let me do my thing. Oh crap! I was doing so. That goes in there for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 and a half. What are we at? 16 and a half. 20 and a half. And I guess I have to stay for there because now the road's getting clogged.
Perhaps my my strategy has backfired.
I wouldn't say backfired. I just say it's coming to fruition. I'll be surprised if one of these fuckers makes it. They already got one of your guns to malfunction. We can do it again.
It's the KFZ-13.
1.
The only notable thing about it is
2,
it has an armor value.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. And we'll spend everything else in there. I'm all out of trucks. No, I have one over here. 1, 2, 3. Great. 3. 5 and a half. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 and a half, 12, 13, 14, 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 17. E2.
Okay.
Then this would be 24 and a half.
Sure.
26.
Fine. Infantry gun. Yeah, I mean, it's dead. There's no... Also have rate of fire again. Alright, cool. Sniper, though. Alright.
I thought I was gonna roll a 1 on the sniper, and I was gonna kill one of your leaders, and I'm like, oh, there we go, worth it.
Well, technically, if a truck exists and it's crew exposed state, would you not kill the truck?
Depends on where you're at. I don't even know where my sniper is at this point.
It's yonder.
Oh, it looks so much like the German sniper.
Right? When I will say that when we initially started, I saw the sniper. I was like, "Oh, you placed my sniper. That's so thank you." But I was like, "Oh wait, no."
This fucker didn't do shit. All right. Well, I mean, I can't really spend time messing around, and that's the part that pisses me off. At least I wasted all these fires, to be honest.
Hey, some of them, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. All right, I'm gonna CX,
Okay.
and he's gonna go here for 1.
Uh, I am going to let that go.
2.
I'll take a shot. Sure. 4 up 1, I think. Is it up 1? You won't get the benefit, or I won't get the -1 for open ground. There's a -1. Yeah, no, it'll be a +1, I think. So, no effect.
4.5.
I will definitely take a second shot, and it won't do anything.
5.
All right.
Thank you. Get the fuck out of my orchard.
All right, there. Chill out. Chill out.
Get out of my orchard.
That'll be a 2, and I believe this will be a 1.
Okay. This guy's gonna CX. He's going to go 1,
Sure.
2,
Okay.
3,
Mm-hmm.
4.
Sure.
Bypass for 5.
Would you not be 5/6 because you're going over a hedge?
Yeah, I guess you're right. 4.
You were there for 4.
Okay. These guys will go here for 1.
Sure.
Bypass 2.
As you what side are they bypassing?
This side.
Only need to see one vertex of that. Huh. Oh, what's the amount? You know what? I'll go for broke because why not? Mortar. I don't even know if that's in range, but so I can definitely see that. Range is 13. Hindrances is 3 for the grain only. So definitely not a hit, but I will get an acquisition. Did I get read? Of course not.
3,
Sure.
4,
Okay.
5.
Guys in U8 are gonna shoot. That
Put down to there.
that is +2 down, or sorry, +3 down 2, +1 4. Nope.
And then. Yeah, no, they're gonna stay there because. These guys are gonna CX. And they're gonna go 1,
Mm-hmm.
2.
Sure.
3, 4.5.
Okay.
6.
As you get there, I'll take a shot with these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's up 2, down 1, so 4.1. Normal. Yay.
I'm 9 for 9 on my morale checks.
Shouldn't have clicked on that because those rolls are garbage. Oh my already. It doesn't feel like I'm at that. What the hell? That 12 on the TK, I guess, like really like screwing with the numbers.
Alright, well, now that you did that, let me drop it. These guys, they're gonna bypass for 1,
Sure.
2,
Okay.
3,
Mm-hmm.
4, 5.
Okay.
This guy down here, he's gonna CX.
Okay.
He's gonna go 1,
Mm-hmm.
bypass for 2,
Sure.
3.5,
Okay.
4.5,
Okay.
5.5.
I'll take a shot with these guys in X1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 4 up 1. No. Wait, is that 4 up 1? It wouldn't matter anyways. I think I miscalculated.
These guys will CX.
Sure.
They'll go 1,
Mm-hmm.
bypass 2,
Sure.
3.5,
Mm-hmm.
5,
Okay.
6.
I'll shoot these guys as a 2 firepower flat. Nope.
7, 8.
Ooh, would I even be able to? 1, 2, 3. I'll say I can't see it. You're good.
Squad here is going to CX, and they're going to go here for 1.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Sure.
4.5.
Okay.
And then 6 here.
Okay.
The 9-1 leader is going to go here for 1.
Mm-hmm.
2-3 into the building.
Sure.
And then these guys are going to... Oh. These guys are going to CX. We're going to go here for 1.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Okay.
3.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Sure.
The leader is going to get out of the car. And then he... So that'd be 1. And that'll be 2-3.
Okay.
And then 4-5.
Okay.
And then he'll go upstairs for 6.
I mean, you can try, sure.
And then these guys go... I forget who's with it, but I'm guessing it's like 1, 1, 2, 2.
I don't think platoons are strictly like stuck with whoever they start with. I think you can.
Ah.
I don't think so. Like I could be wrong, but my idea has always been that like platoon movement just means you have to move with someone else in your platoon.
5, 6, 7, 8. And it doesn't matter because this guy's off road anyways. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this guy will go here. And this guy will go here. This guy will go this way. And they're gonna stop.
Sure.
So it's gonna be 1, 4, 7, 10. And let's go stop. And yeah. Everybody's gonna follow suit there. I'm assuming you're not gonna shoot at anything over here, so.
No, not yet. Anyways.
Dash me down.
Aha, aha.
Daring today, aren't we, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that is my movement.
Okay. Defensive foyer. Well, I think mortar in S5 is going to shoot at R1. Says there's 5 hindrances. Is that counting? That's counting the smoke as well, I believe. That has to be 1, 3, 4. Yeah, so 5. So it's an up 5. All right, doesn't matter. Cool. Do I want to shoot the squad? Probably doesn't matter. Infantry gun in Q4 is going to shoot at the guys in S10. Hindrance of more than 6. How is there a hindrance of more than 6?
Um,
Not counting his
1,
own hex.
2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6.
To S10, I don't hit S8, and I'm clean until R6. So R6 should be 2, I guess. 3, 4. Yeah, I'm only getting a +5 because there's 4 hindrance. I'm only seeing 4 hindrance. Is that a wreck? No, there's nothing there. That's not a wreck.
Is
Because
it counting R5 as well?
it might. I'm wondering. So it's not because it doesn't touch. The line doesn't touch the grain in R5. It's counting R6, which sure, R6 grain plus the vehicle. That's 2, sure. Then R7, definitely a vehicle there, 3. But then like S8's in motion, so it's not a hindrance. And then S9's also in motion, so it's not a hindrance.
But
But
there's brush there.
right, so the brush will give an extra +1, so it's +4. I
Does
think
it count for shooting through your gun as well?
no, I think what it's doing is it's just counting all the vehicles. I think is what it is.
Okay.
So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a +5 total. Because counting the woods as well doesn't matter, but there is an acquisition. Huzzah. And is there anything else I want to shoot? Y3. It's gonna do 7 up 2. 8 on 7. I think is a pin test check. 8 on 7. Yeah, pin test
I'm
check.
fine.
Sounds good. No other shots. Advance fire.
Okay. These guys will fire into here for uh 5 flat or 5 up 1, I should say.
Sure.
8 on the 5. That would only be like a CTC at most. So
It'd be a 9 anyways. Yeah.
yeah. I guess we'll check for fire.
Yep, if it spreads in its own hex.
All right.
That might not actually do it. Terrain, kindle, spread, grain. Ah, you're lucky. Grain is 6.
Yeah, buddy. I was like, I'm pretty sure it is 6. If I remember from our romp in the Hell Peninsula.
Yeah, the least, the worst possible chance.
It begins.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to burning all your guys.
That's fine. It's just meant to give a smoke screen. Alright. Routes. Um, the guy broken in the wheat field is gonna go back to the 9-1 leader.
Sure.
That's my...
Okay.
that's my routes.
Rudy 2D point shooty N8 guy is gonna go to N7 for 2, and then goes to N6 for 4.
Okay.
They see it.
Alright. Advances. These guys will advance into here. These guys will also advance into here. These guys will advance into here. These guys will advance into here. These guys will advance to here. These guys will advance up here. I think that's all I... Oh no, there's another guy right here. I could advance him. Yeah, I would say that's all my advances.
Okay. Still no CC. German
No CC.
turn. German turn 3. Weather. Dang. Rallies. I got a self rally I can attempt. I will get it. No, I won't.
No.
Sadly. Repair on mortar. Nope. Repair on armored car, or whatever the it's supposed to be. We'll get it, which is nice. Okay, if that allows me to do my thing, I will laugh pretty hard. Your rallies.
Better rally my guy in the house.
You better not.
I don't.
Yay. Go to prep fire if there's nothing else. In the prep fire phase, what do I want to do here? I'm gonna do a 4, probably up 2. What is this? That is clean. Okay, well, 4 up 1. Dang. Could have been a contender, as they say.
As who says?
Rocky or whatever.
No, it's Marlon Brando. You gotta get your pop culture right.
Obviously, it's Rocky Balboa. When he says it in the 5th inning, as when he's playing the Nashville Predators against the Seattle Mariners.
How many people did you just piss off right now?
I don't know, probably a few, at least a few. Guy with the LMG and Y3 is gonna make the same shot. 7 up 2, doesn't get it.
Cower in fear.
I know, he's just so, it's all just so crazy. Mortar in V4 is gonna target your guys in T9. It's probably blocked. Dang. Do have rate. Do I want to swap it to anywhere? Did that not link? Weird. Rate of fire. Where else would I want to put it? No, that's kind of really the only spot. So I guess I'll just have to contend with it being there. Anything else? I guess you are gonna do that anyways. So ATR in R5 against the nearest guy in T6. Nope. AT gun in V3 is gonna shoot at the nearest guy. Hit and rate. There's no bonus whatsoever except maybe range. TK AP 37L is a 9 off the bat, and I get no modifiers. So equals is, did I hit turret, or I guess it doesn't. That's armored fighting vehicle. It might just be immobilized.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to remember. I know if it's an armored factor vehicle, you have to deal with if it's hull and shot. But I think if it's equal on a vehicle, it just defaults to immobilized. Why does it bring me to vehicle as cover? That's not what I'm looking for. Can I just go vehicle as target? Ah, resolution versus non-armored. That's for critical hit. That's not what I'm looking for either. It's often necessary to know. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna. If you're good with the mobilization, I'm gonna count it as mobilization. I do have rate. It's not really worthwhile shooting that anymore, so I'm gonna shoot the guy in T7. Also a hit. Also rate. That is an exploded blaze. Which means now I can't really do anything there. And you deleted my acquisition. I will take a shot at the guy in U7. Nope, don't break it, thankfully. And I gotta bring out a whole new counter. God. Okay, that was that prep fire. That's a +3. It sucks. For shits and giggles, N6 against 08. Oh, you know what? That is a extra +1. Whatever. I declared it. So take off the CX because that won't matter. Forgot about the orchards for some reason. Is there anything else to prep fire? That's already like impossible to hit stuff. No, I think that's gonna be it for prep. Go to movement. In the movement phase, truck B7 is just gonna stop. I know it's super important. Gun in P3 is gonna get pushed. I don't get it.
You sit your ass down and you stay there. We're shooting fish in a barrel. Why would we move?
How do I want to do this? That is 5. Guy with the ATR and P5 is going to declare CX, jumps the wall for 2 to Q5.
Okay.
3. 4.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
6.
Interesting.
Guy with the mortar is going to go 1, 2.
How can you... Didn't you shoot that?
No, it was broken last time. I just didn't get to replace it.
Gotcha.
To repair it, sorry. This is the guy that shot. But he had rate. CX guy's an M8. Gonna lose their CX. And then they are going to normal move to M7 for 1.
Okay.
And then 2.5.
Okay.
And 4.
Okay.
Guy in K9 is going to spend 4 to go up to K8.
Okay.
Concealed guy in Z9 is going to go to Y9 for 1 normal move.
Okay.
Not sure if you can see him. Goes to X8 for 2.
Okay.
And then 3, 4 into W8.
Okay.
Stack in U8 is going to lose their CX. They go to V7 for 1.
Okay.
And then W7 for 2.
Okay.
W6 for 3.
Okay.
One squad in X1 goes to W2 for 2.
Okay.
3-4 into W3.
I'll shoot there for 8 up 1.
Sure.
Of course.
Oh Jesus, yeah. The dice have sucked today. Ooh, okay. Sex Squad's gonna bypass for 1.
Okay.
2.5.
Okay.
4.
I will subsequent.
Sure.
There we go.
It's a 4-on-4, is it?
3 on 4.
That's, oh yeah, I guess, yeah. I'll probably break them.
2 morale check. Yep.
Well, he's final fired. This guy is going to salt move to Y1.
Okay.
Stacking H1 is going to declare CX. Bypass 1, bypass 2, 3, 4, and then 8. The guy in G2 is going to go to H1 for 2, and then I1 for 4.
Okay.
Squad in Y2 is going to go to X2 for 2.
Okay.
X3 for 3.
Final protective fire.
Sure.
And that's 2 on 4.
Absolutely ridiculous.
He will be K2.
Yep, and breaks. Squad goes to Z3 for 2.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
4.
Final protective fire again.
Sure.
9, 7, 6 on... 9, 7 on the 4. It's a pentast check.
He's fine.
That's unfortunate. Breaks. Cool.
Alright. Well, 8-1 leader is just going to assault move to X2.
Okay.
I feel like I gotta keep those guys there. Alright, I'm gonna try this dumb idea. I'm gonna congratulate myself if it works. Q6. The armored car starts for 1.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
Or sorry, not 2. 1.5. 4.
Okay.
4.5.
I will take a shot at him with my ATR.
Sure.
That's right next to him.
Sure.
Okay. Keep going.
5.
Keep going.
6.
Yeah.
6.5.
Yep.
7.
Yep.
7.5.
Yep.
8.
Okay.
9,
Okay.
9.5,
Okay.
10.
Um, this tank will try to shoot at you.
Okay.
No. Okay.
I said 11, right?
Yeah.
12.
The tank behind him, right here, will try to shoot at you.
Okay.
Can I roll something like that's not nines?
You got IFT stuff.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm still at an 8 average.
12 and a half.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
16 and a half.
I'm gonna try to shoot him with the machine gun.
Sure.
No. Okay.
17.
I'm gonna do sustained fire.
Okay.
No. Okay. Keep going.
18.
Yep.
And then, sadly, I don't think I can actually overrun, because overrun is quarter plus cost of terrain, I think. Let me double check here. Quarter plus cost of terrain. Okay, so quarter plus cost of terrain. Cost of terrain is 4 for a truck. I'm at 18. Quarter of 24 is 7, or 25, 7. I need 4. I'm gonna declare excessive speed breakdown. Fucking, it's every time. Every time. Why? He's immobilized. Can you imagine though if I'd gotten it? Like, I don't even know.
I would have given up right then and there. I'm like, this is too much bullshit for me to handle.
What's the? Let me see here. ASL stuff. Where's my vehicle ordinance card? What do I get for a German vehicle? KFZ-13. Where's the KFZ-13 in this bad boy? Like, is it even something to worry about? Is Oh god, what is this PDF document doing? 8. That's actually not that bad. All right, well,
What is the artillery meant to do, by the way? We're already on turn 3, and I'm still down here. Like, by the time I get everything set up, it's like nothing's gonna happen. It's already over.
I mean, I disagree. I think you can get a lot out of artillery. I think the half tracks with the artillery pieces, like, the more and more I think about it, the more like I don't know, like, because of the towing costs, like, I don't even know if you can get them off board. Can you get them off board? Like,
No,
like,
probably not. If it takes if it takes basically 3 turns for me to get off board of one board,
yeah,
I
like,
can't do it. I'm already by turn 6. I'm gonna be like over where my radio guy is.
mm-hmm.
Like that's where I will be on turn 6. So my question is, what the fuck, Grumble, am I supposed to do with these?
I'll have something for after if we. I don't think we'll close it out tonight, but whenever we close this, I'll have something to say about it. Um, but yeah, like, I don't know. I kind of have an idea of maybe how, like, it's expected to go or whatever, but for my own movement phase, this guy didn't shoot. Um, the guy behind Hmm. I don't need to move this guy. No, I think I'm just gonna say that's it for movement phase for now. Defense fire.
Okay. I'm gonna try to attempt radio contact. Yep, that what a big fucking surprise.
Jeez.
Um, I'm about to like do what Peter does and just like get my own little camera and roll my own dice because this is getting way too stupid. This is after 2 years, 2.5 years of this bullshit. Um, let me see.
Yeah, I think tonight has been especially bad. That I can't disagree with.
I don't know what I can do. Nothing much I can do.
Okay. Go to advancing. I mean, I guess at this point, N5 will shoot at N6 as a 4 flat. You. It is.
Of course, there goes the leader. There goes the. I'm calling it. I can't take this anymore. I can't take this. It's so stupid.
I,
I can't. The artillery does not going to do shit. These guys have only one path left if they want to make it off the board on time. And then all the infantry, they're just kind of. They're going to run a gauntlet. And it's not enough to get 30 off. And that's if all of them make it. There's there's no fucking way.
yeah, like. So. So I think the only way to like proceed. I mean, not. It's kind of like if the trucks are gone and you don't get their mobility, it's like, okay, you got to go for the CVP route. But because the maps are so cluttered, not only because we've physically thrown a lot of trucks into the fray and like just having them all get blown up, but like the hills are kind of inconvenient. You know, there's enough buildings and walls here and there, this way and the other way, um, that like yeah, you can get to the bridge, but can you get to the bridge with 30 or is it 30 or 35? What's the number?
30.
30. It's like can you get there with 30 maybe, but like I don't know, you got to run the gamut.
It
Does
would be a lot. I think it would be a lot better if, like, I don't start in the middle of the fucking board, and if the French go first. Like, I think that would make it a lot better, because then here, it's literally like, because the way that it historically plays out, this doesn't match that, because it makes it sound like they're already by the bridge by the time all the Germans, like, converge on them. Here, it's like, oh yeah, all the Germans get here, they set up, and now you have four fucking guns guarding the one area they can only use to escape, and it just becomes a turkey shoot. Because it doesn't matter what path I go, I have to go into the center eventually. And then on top of that, you can literally, if this was a tournament, you literally stack all the fucking trucks, German trucks, on the bridge, and that's what you do.
yeah, yeah. Um
That there's no like I don't know. And then on top of that, you give the Germans who are defending, by the way, you give them more squads than the attacker. You give them 20 squads compared to the French's 12.
so
Like,
like how would I change this? Um if I was to change this scenario and keep the spirit of it. Um, I would do one of two things as like the big outlier first, and that would be um, one is I would chop off the bottom board. 73
Definitely
doesn't need to be there, right?
does not need to be there at all.
Gone.
No.
Uh, any French troops that are coming in, give them uh, half movement point used on turn one, right? I'd probably do
Yeah.
it that way if I wanted to keep them as being like individual and whatever. Um, if not, I would give them, I would force them on convoy, right? Like we saw convoy not too long ago. You know,
Yeah.
you're forced to move, so it gives the Germans the ability to like move in and kind of as long as they don't expose themselves, and that way you can retain that movement because the German player has to be a lot more savvy about line of sight, because as soon as they mess up their line of sight calculation, we'll use in giant like quotation marks here. um Once the French player gets to see a German unit, that's it. Like you don't need to do convoy anymore. So if you do convoy, I find you get something really fun with that. You could have two convoys. You could have you could do two convoys, one for the infantry heavy group, one for the artillery. Make it so that getting the artillery across is worth a lot of points, right? Like double if they exit, because unlimbering them. I don't think they're quick setup, are they? Are they quick setup?
I don't believe so.
If you right
No,
click on it, show.
they are. They are.
Okay, so at least they're quick setup. So I'll give them that. But I do think that retaining that artillery should be something that should be encouraged, because like again, there's such slow movement. So it's hard to like, I don't know. It's hard to take them seriously, I guess. Um, R35's like 4 armor, cool. If you take off a board, at least like it doesn't feel like it takes them that much longer to get there. Um, German trucks auto recall. That's another thing that should be in there. Because again, like you said, you can cheese it super hard.
Well, you
Uh,
don't even have to. I was gonna say, yeah, it does also stack the German armored cars on the bridge as well. You just stack German vehicles on the bridge. That's all you do.
I mean, sure, but at least like the German vehicles don't like outside of the I mean, I guess both of them have armor, but like one is the most you'll see. So I don't really see them as being as too crazy. It does
I
suck
no, I mean, I'm not saying that the German vehicles are crazy. I'm just saying you just stack it just to prevent the French player from getting off. Um,
for the increased movement point. Yeah, but like I think I think if you chop a board off, take one turn out, it's a 6 turn scenario. Maybe if you want to be like really punishing you with 5, um
there's no way you can do that in five.
I if you're running all the time, which is why I don't think
But I mean, like,
maybe like as a balance option for the Germans.
even then though, I have been running the truck since turn one, and like even then they've gotten to the almost to the bridge, but even then they all get schlacked. The other thing I would do is I'd cut the number of guns in half, like, or at least
Mm,
maybe keep the infantry guns, but definitely one AT gun, because having
yeah.
two 30 like two 37Ls at 3 rate of fire against like 6 tanks is, I mean, I get it. Four guns for 6 tanks. That's almost one gun per tank. That's way too much.
I mean the infantry guns. I don't. Do they have heat? They
I
do.
don't. They do.
Yeah, H7. I mean, I do agree. AT gun, like I've made that complaint back in what was it, 38, the Czech scenarios when
Yeah,
you
like
had
I was gonna say, like
the
you know the pain of like
yeah.
one rate of fire 3 AT gun can take out so many things.
And especially like it's got heat at this point, if I remember correctly. So like you know there's nothing that's really invincible to the 37L. So I think I agree. Yeah, bring it down to one AT gun, keep the 2 infantry guns. um
But yeah, I'm looking right now. Like heat for heat is a 13 to kill, and then what's it? HE for 70 on the armor. Armor target is a 7 to kill. Okay. Well, yeah, no.
Like
Utilize your heat. Yeah.
it is still like 4, well, technically like 5 armor, but like, you know, I would expect them to be tough anyways, and I think that's kind of the if anything, the real story ends up being like, okay, well, the R-35s are great and all. 37 short sucks, but it's nothing like for the time it's good. You got 5 armor, whether it's turret or hull armor, which is fantastic. And like, if the choice then becomes, do you use them to move off the board, or do you uh, do you use them to support any sort of advance? So yeah, like I think that's the biggest thing that I would do is chop a board off, drop a turn, give them convoy if you want to have the Germans move. Otherwise, make it so that like the Germans have to like set up, drop their number of squads by like, I don't know, 5
The
if
other
you're
thing
starting in a
that
defensive position.
yeah, but the other thing that is like this scenario is so fucking easy to cheese. Like I
Yeah.
can think because like I could just see right now what I would do. Like if I was gonna be like playing ultimate scumbag, like
We're
literally
not
because
supposed
like
to teach people these things.
no, like what I would do, I bring the like all the trucks will eventually like make it onto the bridge. All the infantry unloads, and then literally all the infantry just migrates over here to this corner and just sits there, while all the vehicles and then maybe one of the AT guns and stuff like watch the bridge. So that way you are forced to have to exit because you can't get the 30 or 25 CVP because all the Germans are on the other side
uh,
hiding in the building
I'm sorry to
and in the
burst your
field.
bubble, but you wouldn't be able to get there because W1, you wouldn't be able to traverse it. You can't bypass W1.
You can't bypass W1.
No, because you can only bypass woods and buildings. You can't bypass.
Okay, fair enough.
But
But you could still stack it either like over here or even back here somewhere.
yeah, like
It,
I don't think the main issue of the Germans is CVP. Like it is in that like
yeah.
it's still, losing a vehicle, any vehicles, it can be punishing. But yeah, like I just don't think that 20 squads is really necessary to give them, especially since like the French will have to dismount at some point, and like they're already like they're going to be at a disadvantage for attacking. So I don't really know if that's necessarily something I would give them.
Well,
um
and but that's the other thing too is that you make it so long where I don't know. I think it's like you make it like such a way that like getting across the bridge is hard enough in itself because
hmm,
you give the enemy you give the Germans so many troops. But then you argue, well, that's because of the CVP thing. But it's like, well, I can't get the CVP thing because I have to keep moving. And if I don't move and wait for you to come to me, you're just gonna sit there. So then I'm going to be forced to move, and then you just blast me with 20 fucking squads. It's like, what I can't find the balance here because it looks like you had no problem setting up and moving around, and I'm sitting here like I'm forced to go basically one way because one half the map's completely choked by infantry and the other one's completely choked by guns. And it's like I have to choose one. I can't just sit here because if I do, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't.
hmm.
And it just doesn't feel like there's any sort of winning for the French. I mean,
Yeah, like I guess like from my perspective, like I do feel like the getting my units where I wanted them, unloading and then trying to have an impact was like I definitely felt way better about getting all my guys here. Like that I was confident that like, okay, I've secured that side of the board, so I'm not too worried about it. I was definitely worried about this side, like what happens if you try to go around? Can you go around? It's like I was thinking a lot about that. Um I think the other thing too, the more and more I think about it, is I actually would really appreciate. drop the leader with the radio, like cut it out entirely. Keep keep the radio, or sorry, not the radio. Keep the artillery, but give it smoke only, and have it be an off-board observer on on this board wherever, but let them get smoke. Even like give them one free smoke that's like automatic, because the idea I have for it is like the Germans are going to get dug in. Like I don't think there's any disagreement that because of where the German starts from, even if you gave him free setup on board 40, right? Um, the existence of artillery that can be called from anywhere at any time from an off-board observer that you can't affect, meaning and also the auto succeed contact, and you give them a free one. So the first is free, like for sure. I think that would be super powerful if you give them smoke, because then you could do whatever you want, right? Like you could be aggressive on the left, you could be aggressive on the right, you could wait for the tanks to come up, and then once you have that like perfect turn of like I've got everything planned, boom, you drop smoke, you've already got your guys still in the trucks, and then you just zip through. The thing with the bridge about like stacking units on top, I do agree, like that's super cheesy, and if I saw anybody do that, like I would not want to play with that person anymore, because I think
Yeah.
that's just super cheap. um and I think you could special rule that and saying like vehicles can't stop on the bridge or whatever, or like there's a penalty for it or whatever, or you just like I don't know, handshake it before. But I do think that like, man, the French getting artillery is weird from a guy who's retreating, because it's like,
It
because
is.
I'm just thinking the entire time like the artillery is coming from from the bottom, but it's probably not what they mean. So at that point,
Yeah.
just give them the off-board observer up top.
The other thing I would say is even then I would hesitate to say cut out the French trucks entirely, cut out board 17 as well, move the bridge to here, and then make the French go first. Have them have it so that the vehicles have to enter from here or here at half movement, and then but the infantry can come from wherever, and then the Germans can come off from the sides. That would be
But then the Germans are just chasing the French, who have a free first turn. Like I think you're cutting out too much.
but that's the point. That was like the whole point of why this thing happened in the first place, because the Germans were chasing the French. But I but that's why I'm saying you put the bridge here
Mm.
so that way the Germans can just enter here, because the French, yeah, they can come through here turn one, or maybe at least make it from like I don't know, like here to here or something, and then all the Germans can come off on the side, and I don't know,
I think keep board
but
17 and flip a coin to see who goes first.
yeah.
Maybe just like make it chaotic,
I
right? Like,
still, I think the French should definitely go first. Like I was so shocked that the French did not get to go first,
hmm,
because it's like,
I can see the reason for it. In how with the three board setup, I definitely agree. Like, I think the French could go first, and that wouldn't hurt
well,
them. Um,
my thing about it is, it's like if the guy is so bent on like how the, because like I don't know, maybe I've been talking to Kurt too much, but like if you're gonna try to keep the historical accuracy of the scenario, the French would have to go first, because here it's making it look like the Germans like already knew where the like French were going and put everything in place beforehand, when in fact that's not what happened. But I don't know. It just seems really Uh,
Um, yeah, I mean, I think that comes down to like a representation of time within ASL and how it's represented, like versus like I guess in a way like I would love to know what the source is used um to see like try to get like more of a first person perspective of how they're writing all that stuff down, like how they actually
yeah,
happen type idea. um but yeah, like I think at the end of the day, like they're definitely this scenario could be better with some changes. um and since the game is over, I did want to say, so not that it would really change much, but I don't know, the Citroen trucks, they are half tracks, so technically you could be moving on in open ground in like the orchards for free, like for one instead of four. And like you're still towing. So it's like I don't really know if that like ultimately at the end of the day, I don't really know if that actually helps. But at least like at least the half tracks aren't taking that much longer to tow. But man, um yeah, I think like it needs a rework, I guess, is the only thing I would say. Is
well,
really,
my whole thing is like, what am I supposed to do with the artillery? What?
it really comes down to like, because you have to dismount, so it's like I hesitate giving one side, like I hesitate the with like the French, the idea of like only be board 40, French come in, blah 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 blah. The only reason I hesitate on either side is because like if you're French and you just have to get across, like the road rate on the trucks, you're off board turn one. And if you wanted to sort of defend against the Germans as like as an example.
I would I would swap it out. I'd say give like where is it? Like either of the trucks. Yeah, give the 27 manufacturer trucks, have them tow the artillery, and then have the half tracks. Oh, I guess they're only 5 pp, but then you could have them like I don't know, carry a half squad or something. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, I think they're fine for what they're trying to go for. I just think that like at the end of the day, because the trucks have so much movement, it becomes really hard to prevent that. And so
Yeah.
like you end up with like, let's say even if the French player says like, okay, well I don't want to go off with everybody because I gotta, maybe the objective is you gotta get the artillery across, right? And then at least like the trucks, the half tracks still take some time to get across, sure. um maybe make the French have to come in from here, the Germans come from up top, whatever. But ultimately, I think like the thing that I would like think about is, okay, so the French are coming in, and if you give them too much leeway and they just like unload here, well, the Germans can only move in relative safety, in a couple of hexes,
Hmm.
because like the trucks, you can't, it's nice and all to say like, okay, well you disembark and then like you'll get close combat or whatever, but the number of times that I've wanted my trucks to survive shots and everybody inside just gets murdered. It's like, okay, well, that was a wash. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
go to the next
exactly. And
scenario.
you got super fucking lucky on your two hits. Like,
My Yeah, I mean, I wasn't, I didn't have any uh lack of options. And I think that's another thing that just like stings really hard for an attacking, like being attacked. Like if you're the attacker, how do you get through two mortars, three ATRs, two guns, two infantry guns? If I use any of the LMGs to shoot at vehicles, like, man, how do you get past all that? It's tough. It's so, which is why I think like smoke as an example, because you put that in prep fire, and it's like the German player might have a lot of things to shoot with, but man, plus six smoke or whatever, that grid of hexes is invalid. So then you have to turn your covered arc. hope your AT gun didn't get pushed into a woods hex, for example, that sort of shit. So,
Mhm.
so yeah. Anyways, um, yeah. Anything else you wanted to add? Probably not.
Nope.
I think we've jibber
I
jabbered
think
here.
I think I got my point across. It's, and the dice spot was just horrible.
Yeah, yeah. Like yeah. Neither of us were good, but mine were gooder, and that's really like definitely all the two kills. I mean, man, I didn't need good two kills either. Like fucking
Yeah.
75 short. Like yeah, you need a 10. Like oh okay, sure.
All my
Um,
morale checks were nines. Everything else was a nine.
well, you only did two, but
Yeah,
I get what
no,
you
but
mean.
like
It's still
nothing.
like when the only two you do are still crappy. It sucks. Um, but yeah. So anyways, for people watching, I'll be back. Should be back on Monday. Waiting for Rob to give me a shout out there.
Give
To
Rob a shout.
Rob's
Uh,
got to shout me out because I need to know what scenario we're playing and or I need the scenario back so we can be sure to play. But hopefully we'll have a thing on Monday. If not, just means a solo day, not a big deal. And should have some more fun one Monday and next Saturday. So until then, bye.